I mean, there's a lot of scenes that got cut out because it was like music, I guess, so copyright music at the party scenes, and that's where I did a lot of stupid shit. So I'm kind of happy they got cut because I'm like backflipping off roofs. I walked through the fire, like I was doing like stupid stuff.
High five first. Yes. What's up, guys? Xavier here with you on the How'd You Do It podcast. I actually found these dudes just roaming around the Fox lot before I got onto them. Crawford, Colins, Corey, LaBarrie. How we doing, boys?
Man? We good, man.
Pretty good, pretty good. I was roaming around too.
I didn't know we were gonna be at the beach today.
Yeah. It was. We surprised them, but no, like somehow they kind of got like just ushered through security. Usually, like someone would come down and greet them and like take them up because this like room's like the studio's difficult to find. And someone just like threw them through, and I found like Crawford just like roaming around on the second level,
from like one building to the
next, and then Corey's in another building, and Crawford had to go for. It was a mess, but hey, we're here.
We made it though. We're here. That's
I had a meeting with Steven Spielberg, guys, and going on Fox.
It's happening. It's one of those serendipitous experiences. Like, yo, I just got lost, and now I got a deal, you know. But anyway, boys, so I guess I'll have to start this off with just the Reality House experience. I know this must be weird for you guys because it was months ago. Yeah. You know, I've had Chad Tepper, Kristen McAtee, Jake Weber on the show. I've also interviewed JC Colins. So it's like, how was that experience if you had to sum it up?
You want to go first?
My experience was fun. I had so much fun. I walked in there and I did not give I don't know if you can swear.
Yeah, you're fine.
All right, 2 fucks about anything pretty much. And I was just like, I'm just going to go in here, have fun, and just talk, and just be drama, and just have the time of my life. And then I got really invested in it, and when you lose, it's like...
He was
I was heated because I lost through like a game of luck. And I'm not the luckiest person, but like, if it's something to do with my like physical or mental, like I can get into it. But I lost to luck, and I was like, she deserved it, congratulations. But I was like, dude, how'd you lose? Like, I just don't like losing. Yeah. Growing up playing like sports, I was like, I can't lose.
Who beat you again? So who'd
Lauren.
You lose? Lauren, right.
Shout out Lauren.
Yeah.
Congratulations. But my boy came in clutch, you know.
Hey. Well, for me it was weird because I don't know if you know, I wasn't even supposed to be on the show. So like the day before, I went over. So Corey lives with Keenan and JC, the host, and like those are my friends. I went over there to film a video with him, and they're like, so Tana might not show up, so we might need you to like come like. Originally, I was only supposed to do the first challenge for her, and then she was gonna come in and swap in because she was in Vegas doing something. And then I found out like an hour before I was gonna be a part of it, and then like we got there, did the first challenge. They're like, yeah, she's not showing up, so you're now officially in the competition.
Thanks, Tana.
So it was kind of like weird to go from like not supposed to be there at all to like winning it. Was kind of crazy.
Yeah, and then, I mean, and obviously the shoot was only a couple of days, so literally, but it's like from when you found out to probably what, like maybe 36 hours later, you were like 25 grand richer.
No, it was crazy. I was actually supposed to DJ too, so they're doing like a party the first night just to kind of get everyone like to know each other and all that. And I was just supposed to go DJ the party and then leave, and then it's kind of crazy. The whole like crazy 3 days, like emotional roller coaster for sure.
Yeah, so my question, like I know that I'm not sure how much experience you guys have had on reality TV or sets like that. Like I was on the set of a reality show last night, just for an Aussie friend, and like. It always trips me out so much when like you think you're recording the real thing, you know, and then they'll be like, hey, cut, can you hang on a sec? Yeah, like the AD's like hand was in the shot, let's do it again. Just look more excited, will ya? And just remember, you're really excited, but you're kind of annoyed as well. Okay, let's go again. And I'm like, what the hell?
There was
hang on a second.
Like
I don't think there would have been anything like that for you guys, but was there, can you give me like a couple of things you just weren't expecting going into it?
I didn't expect it to get so like everyone got along pretty well. Like there was a couple arguments and stuff, but it was weird to see like there's kind of just like a
weird group of people.
An overlying thing that's like even though we're all friends, like that person's trying to get you out or that person's trying to get you out. So there's like a weird energy, even though you guys are all being nice to each other most of the time. It's like in the back of your mind you're thinking like I'm trying to beat that person or they're trying to get me out. So that was like a weird experience for me. Yeah, because I'm not a very like I don't like drama very much. So I was just trying to be nice with everybody, but then I'm like. Also trying to win at the same time, so it's like a weird in between. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
What about the like the production? So there was obviously just cameras around all the time, like sort of hovering around.
Yeah, I think they had a crew.
They had like 3 rolling at the same time. So I feel like it's the first season for them, and I feel like if they do season 2, which I think they're going to, it's going to be so much bigger, so much better. But for something that was like, because they did this in like they had like Keem was like, oh, you're leaving for a TV show in Finland. And he's like, oh, what are we going to do for 8 weeks? So for something put together in such a short time, it turned out so well, and I'm actually so proud of him. But it was just crazy. Even being in there, I mean, there's a lot of scenes that got cut out because it was like music, I guess, so copyright music at the party scenes. And that's where I did a lot of stupid shit. So I'm kind of happy they got cut because I'm like backflipping off roofs. I walked through the fire. Like I was doing like stupid stuff because they told me like before, like, hey, we're going to have you in there, but we want you to just be as messy as possible. And I said, all right, watch me.
Yeah.
So I just went in there.
Was there any other things like that they planted? Like, it doesn't sound like they set anything up, but was there any other things that were like, cool, like, don't be afraid to go a little crazy?
They kind of didn't set anything up.
There was a couple things that say like, they're like, oh, yo, this person voted for you. Like,
they were trying to
like start like some drama. So they're like, yo, you should vote for this person because they vote. Just kind of like putting little thoughts in your mind. To kind of like, oh wait, is this person like on my side or not?
Yeah.
I don't know if there's anything.
But like all the big fights and all that stuff happened naturally.
Yeah.
Like everything kind of was like a natural feel. Like nothing was like
really,
planned.
Force any like.
Which is kind of crazy because usually like reality TV, obviously you plan stuff, you want people to fight, you want the drama, but it just kind of came with it.
Yep.
I mean, Dom was just like coming at Trisha. There was like we watched it and I was like, I didn't even know they fought that much because we were in the other room with like Jake setting up our beds. We're like, oh, we're gonna sleep here, and they're in there like going at it, and I had no idea until I watched it. So there's things I didn't even see being there that I watched. And I was like, whoa, what? That happened?
I didn't even know that happened. Yeah.
Yeah, jeez. And I watched your video, and I mean, you kind of killed me here, buddy, because you pretty much did the interview that I wanted to do for you two. Really? Like he swoops in on his penny board. He's like, oh, so he's like, how'd that make you feel? What'd you spend the money on? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you're killing me, Corey. That's all my questions I wanted to ask. But you was like Crawford. You were saying that like, you know, I mean, there was a lot of like prevalent sort of like personalities in there, you know. And you're right. Like, I think you made a comment where you said like, for a lot of the people in there, 25 grand is one sort of brand deal or whatever. Yeah. So did you feel like a lot of people, you know, they weren't too phased either way?
Yeah, I think like that's kind of like something that even Keen and JC talking to them about like the next season is just like, again, people are more willing to do stuff because if you make 25K in like one video, you're not really going to do as crazy stuff, I guess, to win $25,000.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
But for me, it's like, I'm not broke, but I'm not like 25K is a lot of money to me still. So I was giving my all for like every single competition. So I think it's like interesting when I think some of the challenges people weren't really giving it as much as they could because it just wasn't like too big a deal.
For sure. Yeah. For sure. If you tell me out of the cast, right, out of the crew of people, out of these 5 categories, who you think for each one, right? Who do you think was the most dangerous? Who were you like, I'm watching out for that guy or girl?
I'm sitting right here, man. Don't worry about it.
Honestly, Corey's the type of person, like, he'll surprise you. Like, not that he doesn't look like he can do a lot of things, but he's, like, very athletic and, like, very good at a lot of stuff you wouldn't think he is. So Corey was definitely one of the top.
I was scared of Chad.
Honestly, yeah, Chad, but he got out early.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going home. I was like, all right, see ya.
Yeah.
Like, you do Daredevil stuff on your Instagram. I was like, anything that had, like, because I was thinking physical. I'm like, oh, physical, he's, like, one that's going to be tough.
Chad will do anything.
Exactly.
Like, I had him on the show. He's like, bro, I will like lick the circumference of a trash can if you need me. Like, I do not give a shit. I'm like, you probably would have crushed it. Like,
yeah. That's why I was like, I think he's my biggest competition because he's like another one that would just like go out there and do anything and not care about it. So I was like, he was my biggest threat.
Gotcha. Most competitive?
Most competitive? I'd say either Corey or Dom.
Yep.
Those two were like the most competitive to me. Like, actually, like, really trying to win and doing anything they could to win. So those two,
You know who surprised me that was like I wasn't gonna be like, oh, she's not gonna be competitive, was Trisha. She was like, oh, I'm gonna get out the ice bath in 5 minutes, and then she's like, oh, it's not even there.
I feel like she was playing mind games with us. Like, she would act like she didn't care, wasn't gonna try, and then she would like kill the competition.
She was eating the eggs. She's like, oh, I can't eat this. Then she's like, oh, well, might as well go. And I was like,
and then Elijah gets out of the ice bath after like a minute.
Well, I think Elijah was just so hungover that he was like,
he wanted to go.
He didn't even know where he was.
More like he literally was like, I don't even want to be here.
Up to like 5 a.m.
Like the first day he was like, I'm gonna win this, and then the second day he's like, man, I just want to go home.
Yeah.
He was just like, yeah.
All right, you don't have to answer this. Most annoying?
Corey.
Yep.
For sure.
What's up? For me, it's Dom, but I love the kid, but Dom was the most annoying. For me.
Gotcha. All right, most emotional?
Probably Sarah.
Yeah,
Sarah got really
Sarah.
emotional. I felt really bad because like the competition she got out on, she was really upset about, and like obviously I want to keep going, but it was like felt bad seeing her like be so upset about it. So yeah.
Kristen was kind of emotional, but not like too when she was getting kicked out. She's like, I don't want to leave.
I mean,
even I was, honestly. I was mad that I lost. I was emotional.
True, actually. I'd say you and Sarah.
In terms of, like, when we said who's most competitive, like, I mean, Kristen McAtee paid $2,000 to stay in. Like, that's that's competition right there.
And then never got a challenge until the finals.
Yeah.
Really?
She went the whole way without doing anything.
Well, a lot of people were commenting about that. They're like, well, if Kristen wins, I'm gonna be pissed because she paid her way in and then she didn't do anything until like the finals.
Yeah.
So
that would have been pretty controversial.
Yeah,
and hilarious.
controversial for sure.
Yeah, I think like obviously, I mean, I think honestly, like what made it actually good was that it was so raw and slapped together. Like it was just new territory. Like she's like, hey, can I pay to stay in? And like the boys were just like,
they're kind of winging everything.
They were like, shit, we don't know. Yeah. like
I guess so. I don't know. Yeah.
Now I think you're definitely right. Like season 2 will definitely be like they've been through it now. They know what worked. They know what didn't work. There's going to be rules. There's probably going to be more sponsors and more money and more of a budget and everything.
I know JC was telling me, he was like, he doesn't like, he'll post the videos and he'll read comments here and there, but he was like so invested, like he said it was like his baby. He was so invested. He was reading the comments. He's like, this episode needs to be more and more interesting. Like we need to do this. So like he was just listening to all the notes. He's taking a lot of notes because he wants to do better and he wants to make this something that's good for everybody. Yeah, but it's hard to make everybody happy. For sure.
All right, last one. Who was the person that was the most fun in the house?
Most fun in the house.
I say Jake. Because like we never really used to hang out. Like we would see each other around, but we like shared a room. He just has like funny one-liners, and it just made me laugh throughout the whole time. So I love Jake.
He's like low-key.
He's like low-key quiet, and he would throw out something weird, and you'd be like, wait, what? And it'd be so funny, and I love the kid to death.
I think Dom too. Dom was always passing out White Claws and coming in with this man walked in with just a box of White Claws, like nothing else. Like
Party boy Dom.
Party boy Dom.
That's great. And man, you mentioned a couple of purchases you made to celebrate in your last video, but for those who haven't seen it, can you reel up a couple of things you were just like, you know what, 25K richer, let's do it. Let's go.
I was actually pretty responsible with it. When I knew I won, we bought 2 bottles in 1942, and then we went out, so we celebrated a little bit.
I didn't even win, and I bought one with you.
Yeah, well, that's my boy. He's celebrating with me, so
he couldn't even buy me a bottle. He's like, yo, you get one too. And I was like, yeah, sure, man. I didn't win 25K.
That's what friends do, bro. But yeah, so we did that, and then honestly, like, I've been pretty smart with it. I haven't bought anything too crazy with it. Just using it for bills, putting it back. We recently started a channel together, so putting it back into like editing and content, just like production. So
the other day, I mean, what you said in the video, like, I mean, first of all, you're right. LA is an expensive city, but it's also not that much money.
It's not that much. Like, I don't want to sound like LA is like 3 times more expensive than like anywhere else to live. Like with rent, food, everything's more expensive. So. And even just like trying to invest back into content, so just trying to be smart with it. It's not that hard to spend 25K if you like really try.
I'm not surprised. You seem like a very responsible guy.
That's crazy. You're responsible. So tell everybody listening how much you got left.
Not too much. But
anything else you want to add? Anything people might not know about the series?
I don't think. Oh yeah, a lot of people. I mean, I did get a lot of hate in the series because I was like being extra. Whatever, it's fun. Kind of liked it.
You're Australian, so
yeah. But it was funny because people kept sending me memes because I filmed a lot because a lot of the cameramen had to leave, so I was actually in the background filming a lot of the shots.
Was that after you?
After I got kicked out.
Oh, really?
So I stayed and I filmed a lot. So people saw me in the background, like, oh, why is Corey still there? It's like because I'm helping my friends.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, hey, this person's leaving. So I was like, okay, this, and I was like helping set up. So a lot of the things that after I got kicked out, I actually did a lot of the setting up and filming.
Gotcha, yeah, I did not know that. If you like what you saw, make sure you check out some of our other videos right here, and also be sure to subscribe to our channel right here for new videos coming out every week.